Earth feels under the weather. One day the sun took the Earth to visit a doctor because she was feeling unwell. The doctor was sad because Earth was one of her favorite planets. She loved the Earth because she had lots of tiny organisms called people living on her surface. But now those organisms were causing problems. The people were squashed together in skyscrapers, which reached the clouds. Factories were spewing black smoke into the air as they burned fossil fuels. The smoke was making it difficult for the Earth to breathe. The people spent all their time driving in their cars, getting richer and richer so that they could buy bigger apartments and more stuff. Her beaches were full of rubbish, and the creatures were eating plastic. Can you see these albatrosses here? They built a nest in a tire, and they're feeding their little baby with plastic. Then the doctor measured the Earth's pulse and found that her rivers were running too slowly. She looked through her magnifying glass at the skin on the Earth's side and saw that it was dry and flaky. The sun was very worried and asked the doctor what was wrong. She saw that the people on the Earth's side had no food to eat. The rivers had dried up, so they could not water their crops. The doctor scratched her head and tried to think of a remedy to help the Earth get better. She took some medicine from the top shelf, gave it a shake, and asked the Earth to swallow it. The medicine dissolved in the Earth's molten mantle and coated her core. It made her tummy rumble and grumble and fizzle all night long. She tossed and turned, burping gas bubbles which rose to her bedroom ceiling and popped. Then the medicine came out through the pores in her skin, just like tiny volcanoes. Some of the volcanoes were under the ocean. When the medicine entered the waters, it formed the shapes of letters. Can you see here some letters out of the solidifying lava? The letters joined together to create sentences. The people were surprised to see these sentences, and they renamed the ocean the Sea of Secrets. And here is a sentence that says, "Ye are all the leaves of one tree and the drops of one ocean." And the other sentence says, "So powerful is the light of unity that it can illuminate the whole earth." Meanwhile, the Earth stayed at home to recover. Her friends, Mercury, Venus, and Saturn, visited and tried to cheer her up. They brought her some balloons, saying, "Get well soon, we love you, we miss you." As she rested, the people did experiments and thought about the sentences. Scientists warned everyone to change their ways because their planet was warming up. The icebergs were melting and the sea level was rising. And there's a sentence there in the Sea of Secrets that says, "May all people unite in harmony so that they may become as the rays of one sun, as the waves of one ocean, and as the fruit of one tree." Representatives from each nation came together to plan how they could work together in unity. The people learnt how to live simply and in harmony with nature. They put goodness back into the soil and stopped wasting food. They built communities where everything was nearby, so they didn't have to drive so much. More trees were planted to capture the carbon dioxide. The sun, wind, and water were used to create clean energy. Future generations of children grew up seeing the earth as one homeland, and every person having a part to play in making it better. Everyone had what they needed, so there was no more famine or war, and they were able to work joyfully. And there's the river, dried up river. It's now got lovely water in it. The earth lay in bed singing beautiful songs. All the people who lived on her surface were singing together in harmony. La 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 la. She became healthy again and chatted to her best friend the moon. They wondered what was in the magic medicine which the kind doctor had given her. And there she is, she's waving, bye-bye, take care of me, she's saying, holding hands with the moon. Maybe you are the medicine every time you make a decision which is good for the earth. And here we've got a picture I've drawn of all different things that you could do, such as going on a bicycle, rather than or walking, rather than going on public transport. Rather than going on in a car. Public transport's good as well. And these people in the bicycle, they're using a reusable bag and a reusable bottle. And next to them, there's a girl planting a tree, and she's wearing clothes that she's fixed herself. So if you wear second hand, that's good. And here these children are picking up litter, and they've done recycling behind them, and they've built a compost heap and a bug hotel. And there's a cow there which is farting methane gas, which is not good. So it says eat less meat. And these people planting their own fruits and vegetables and eating fruit which is in season, which is good. And then behind them it says hang your clothes out rather than using a dryer, because that uses less electricity. And use a train rather than a plane, because that's also better for the environment. And have an electric car, that car's plugged in. And then this man here is really hot, so he opened the window, and that's better than having putting the air conditioning on. And next to him there's a man who's really cold. So he's wearing lots of layers to keep warm instead of turning on the heating. He's unplugged his phone because he's not using it now, and it's fully charged, and switching off the lights when not using them. Thank you for listening. The end. Goodbye.